Hello, everyone,
Is it
and
me
welcome
you
back
are looking for?
to another Tubi movie review.
I can see it. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Let's start over.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tubi review. It's been said that you guys are an arrow showing folks the way, and to that we say thank you. So today we have a wonderful drama, and this is Sean's pick by the name of Twisted Date. Sean, please tell everybody about the movie Twisted Date.
Okay, so this movie was a good one. It's called Twisted Date, as Tristan said. It was written and directed by Corey Grant. And this Tubi movie, it really should have been called Bodies on Bodies on Bodies because this old girl was
Shout out to
catching
Jasmine.
bodies.
She was stacking them up.
The movie starts off with the main character, Jade, on her date with a white man. You find out that she's setting him up with her partner, who we later find out his name is Frank. No, his name is Frank. Devin. Yeah.
Devin.
So then we find out that she's setting up this white man with Devin. She ends up killing a white man by dropping his laptop in the pool, and he gets electrocuted.
Okay, you didn't talk about the struggle. There was a struggle, remember?
There was a struggle in the beginning?
Between him and Devin.
He caught her trying to set him up. He tried to get her to stop, and he was going to call the cops as if that was going to happen. And
then Devin comes.
Puts him in the pool. Him and Devin get into a little tussle in which he stays in the pool, and his laptop drops in the pool, and he's quickly electrocuted and dies.
That was low-key an accident, though, because he grabbed her ankle, and she's trying to get away, scurry away, and then accidentally, knocks the laptop over and it slides into the pool. I feel like... I'll get to my point
electrocuted
later.
As opposed to the laptop just breaking. He gets electrocuted. So she runs off. She runs off on her partner now because she's like, you know what, Devin, I'm done with this shit. So she runs off on Devin, leaves him or tries to leave him, calls her bestie to tell her the news that she's about to go away. She just caught her last lick and she's leaving. Her bestie hears the news and tries to go to her house to get the rest of her stash, but she is unfortunately stopped by Devin, in which he traps her in the house and we later find out kills her. But in that point, I don't know how she didn't know that she was a goner, but whatever, it's a Tubi movie. So later
she was scared.
She was scared.
He was intimidated.
She was like, go ahead, make me a shot. She thought that never mind, it was cool. But this man brought out gloves. What the hell was he going to do with them gloves?
Like his hands was cold.
I mean, isotoners are a wonderful product. There's nothing wrong with holding on to some gloves.
They are nice. I guess.
So later on, this FBI agent shows up and Devin just plays dumb, like he doesn't know anything about the robberies or the scamming. And we're knowing that she's lying. I don't know how she didn't know he was lying, but she starts to believe him. She's like, okay, maybe he's not the bad guy in this whole thing. Then we go back to Jade, who heads to LA where she meets up with the old homegirl that helps her land a job and an apartment. I'm talking about she lucked up very quick. She moved to LA in one day and got 2 jobs and an apartment.
Was that her twin sister? They look like twins. That girl.
Alike?
No,
they really did.
Didn't.
They looked really, really alike.
I didn't think so.
You're talking about the hair.
Friends.
You're talking about the hair. You need to look at their faces.
I don't think they looked alike in the face.
I didn't think they looked alike.
You need to look at their faces. They look very similar. Okay. Like they could be cousins or something.
Her friend helped her just get a job and an apartment. So her life just starts to turn around as soon as she gets to LA. She ends up meeting this famous photographer who agrees to do her headshots. So life is just working out for Jade.
For free.
But he does say quid pro quo.
It would be, yes, that's what he said. And she's just like, okay, cool.
Nice.
In my mind, I'm like, so he want to fuck. That's immediately what that led to.
Because he said we could work something out.
We could work something out. What are we working out?
He didn't say what you were going to work out.
Right.
They sound like work.
If she had money, she should have just been like, how much is it? You know what I mean?
But I don't think she had enough money to pay him and be able to afford her apartment.
Right.
She ain't run off with that much money. Because she left old boy half the stash. That's what her friend went back to the house to try to go get.
Yeah, but your first and last month rent was already paid.
But he's a world-renowned photographer, so he ain't cheap.
Yeah,
but we're talking about We're talking about like less. We're talking about an hour of work because you pay them by the hour. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure he probably charged thousands by the hour because of his status.
She
But
had
anyway, back to the story, y'all.
That's real.
He agrees to do her headshots and he gives her his address to come pick them up as if this is not 2023 and he just can't email them right to her. He tells her she got to come to his house to come get it. Red flag. Right then and there. I just knew he was up to no good. And then when she gets there, he is really up to no good. And he tries to sleep with her, of course. She turns him down and tries to leave the house and realizes that he locks her in the house. So now she can't get out. Now they have this little mini tussle and he falls down the steps and just dies. He's dead.
He's an older man. He's an older man. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
It was given, oops, I've fallen and I can't get up. Like it he should have been able to bounce back from that. But he was a little older and he dies. That's body number 2 for her now. So the next day Next day, she goes to work like nothing ever happened. She meets a white man who owns a restaurant. He invites her to his grand opening. So things have just been going so good for her. Besides her having to catch these bodies, life has been going so well. Very popular, very big opening to her restaurant. This is when she changes her name to Jade Slay.
They could have tried a little harder.
They could have tried a little harder in there. But while she's at his grand opening, he promises to introduce her to so many people, and one of which she meets is Benny Boom, which is funny because we referenced him earlier. She meets Benny Boom, and he's like, you know what, girl, I'm going to put you in my next movie. We're going to go out to Jamaica, and it's going to be a thing. So she is head over heels. She is super excited about the fact that Benny Boom is going to put her in a movie. Fast forward to her at work at her other job that we never seen her get hired at. Because first of all, they told her that she wouldn't be able to work at the restaurant because all the pretty girls in LA want to work there and it's hard to get a job there. But all of a sudden she pops up and she has a job there. So
now she working at the restaurant.
Remember the owner at the restaurant, the manager at the restaurant said she had, a friend that could like hook up with something, and that's how she got the
she
apartment.
Said that it would take a while. But it didn't take a while.
When did she work at the restaurant? I didn't see her working at the restaurant. When did she do that?
She did, and when in that first scene when she went to the restaurant to meet her friend.
I remember that.
She
works at the laundromat.
Right. Sean was saying she couldn't get a job there because all the pretty girls want the job at the restaurant. But that's why.
But she said 2 jobs.
She did end up working at the restaurant. Didn't she end up working at the restaurant?
No.
Hating her so much. I thought they was working.
No, she just didn't like her because she didn't trust her.
Yeah. She didn't like her because she didn't trust her because she knew that she was running from something and she was like,
always had a feeling about her.
So she already got a hater. I thought they was all working together. I thought that's why she
she was just a fucking hater.
They went out together that first night.
Her edges was trash too. Fuck that girl.
Blue.
And she was clearly a hater because she threatened to expose the girl if she doesn't give her $5,000 by the next day.
Right, so and then she was gonna keep tapping that well. Remember?
She
had to get greedy.
Hoes get greedy, and she had to go. So that's body number.
Go, she did
3. My girl Jade had to get her out of here. She went into the sauna, and Jade turned the heat up on her ass and burnt her to a crisp. But she needed to go though, because she was a hater with bad edges, just like Tristan said. She definitely needed to go.
I'm so done with y'all.
You know them shits was trash.
Of course, out of nowhere, Devin pops back up after seeing her all over Instagram because she was at the hottest restaurant opening in LA. And now he sees Jade Slay all over Instagram. So he pops up in LA and goes to the restaurant, finds the white guy who owns the restaurant and tries to get information on Jade Slay, which he gives him the exact laundromat that this girl works at. I'm like, damn, why?
And then ask questions after saying that. It's like, you should have asked questions before.
Before you told all her damn business. So then she meets someone else. She meets the famous photographer whom she killed, second body. She meets his son. Doesn't know it's his son at the time, but she meets him. She likes him. They go on out on a date.
Well, We should add that she meets him at the photographer's house because she's
leaving the house. Yeah, she's trying to.
No, not
well,
leaving.
She was going to try to get the pictures because she needed headshots to send to Benny to be in his movie. But as she's approaching the door, that's when she hears him walk up, and so she has to play it off. And that's when she's like, "Oh, I just tried calling and knocking or whatever. He's not answering. He must not be home."
Answering, but I'm at his house. Oh yes, because she did. She needed those pictures for Benny Boom. That's why she went back to the house.
And plus, not to incriminate herself, that she was the last person that he was looking at pictures, and she just didn't want to be associated with it.
So her and the photographer's son end up going on a date in which she wears this nice dress that she quote unquote borrowed from the cleaners from some rich woman who literally got this dress custom made. Now this scene, y'all, was given so Karen. It was so uncomfortable to watch when she's at that party and the white lady's like, "You have on my dress,"
and grabs her first. The white lady assaulted her first.
And then when the girl pushes her off of her, she's like, "She threw me to the ground."
I'm like, "Girl, save
do it." I'll be like, "Do it."
Call 911. What are you going to tell them?
Right.
So this is when her luck starts running out. So far, she has been, besides catching these bodies, she has been having very good luck with getting rolled, getting opportunities, just whatever it is. So her luck starts to run out that exact night. Somehow, Frank, the photographer's son, does not notice this whole altercation between her and the Karen about the dress. And we just move on like it never happened and continue to date. Very weird. Later on, Frank finds out that his father is dead, and he starts to be suspicious of Jade because he saw her car leave his father's house the same day. So he is like asking her questions, and she just dodging him. "I don't know what happened to your dad. I wasn't in the house. No, I think you were just stressed. It wasn't me that you saw." This girl has been lying her ass off this entire movie.
Yep.
Then she tells Frank she can prove on camera that she did not kill his father. "Just come with me to the cleaners and I can show you on camera that I did not kill your dad." Of course, they get there and there's no camera proof because she has nothing.
Right.
So he doesn't believe her. He knows that she has something to do with his dad's death. So he attacks her. They get into, he tries to say that he's going to call the cops on her, and then he tries to strangle her. Well, they got into a tussle. Then he started to strangle her. She hit him over the head with looks like an ashtray. I don't know.
Why the fuck was there an ashtray
in the cleaners randomly?
Yeah, it was just a random ashtray in the cleaners that she used to knock him over the head with and killed him. How he just didn't get a mild concussion and he actually died, I don't know. She could have found a bat.
She hit him in the temple really hard, clearly. She clearly don't know her own strength. She's strong.
Yeah, and it was his strength that when he was trying to push her off and he couldn't get her little ass off, she had to be 125 pounds soaking wet.
Right. She was tiny.
What do you mean? He was about to choke her to death.
But he couldn't get her?
No, he was going to, but he let up. Because remember, he let up choking her.
She should have been a goner when he pushed her over and she was able to get up, get behind him and start choking him. It was all ridiculous. It was all given very much Tubi, but that's what we love about it.
You know what's crazy? That fight didn't seem that crazy to me. That actually felt like the most realistic scenario. And but keep going. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to
it. All right. So going on about what happens. So this is body number 4 for her.
I think so. I lost count, child. There's so many.
So this is body number 4 for her. And of course, who shows up next? Devin. Just in the nick of time. Right in time. Devin shows up and he sees the body. He ignores the fuck out of the dead body on the ground.
He's seen one. He's seen them all.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
He's coming up because he's trying to blackmail her. He ends up reporting her, saying that she's going to get do the same thing. They can commit another crime. She can get another what you going to call them, a John that she can set up.
Another mark.
Hit another lick.
Yeah, hit another lick.
As the kids say.
Oh, y'all are also hip. All these young hips.
I've heard it in movies. I don't know.
So, even though he should have been the first body that she got,
okay,
he ended up being the last body that she got. They get into a little tussle. He has a gun. The gun falls on the ground. She picks up the gun. He thinks that she's not going to shoot him. Little does his ass know.
She been killing everybody.
She ain't new to this. She true to this. She's been catching bodies. So she just immediately shoots his ass. He dies. Then the cops come. Well, she calls the cops and tells them a whole bunch of bullshit that Frank, the photographer's son, tried to help her when Devin tried to kill her, and he died during the altercation. So now she done set up everybody. Done killed this man, killed his daddy, killed the one guy deserved to die. Devin deserved to die, but everybody else was just so innocent in them.
No,
it was a scheme set up by Todd.
No. So Shorty got away with it all. So we get first. Then the FBI agent comes back and she tries to find Jade, comes to the house and find out that Jade is already missing. Because
they found the body, the other girl's body from the restaurant.
They found the other girl's body in the sauna. So now they're like, this has Jade written all over it. Maybe she was the actual villain and it wasn't really Devin. But at this point, Jade is gone. We don't know where she is.
Right.
Fast forward to a dressing room. We see Jade in a dressing room in Jamaica on the set of a movie for Benny Boom. And now her new name is, what was it? Jade Monroe is her new name. Why does girl keep only changing her last name when she is a wanted felon, a criminal? I don't understand.
Jade's a pretty common name, though. Jade's a pretty common name.
But still, it ain't gonna be hard to find her.
Jade, and we looking for Jade Slay, and you just Jade Monroe.
I mean,
really?
They're gonna find you anyway. You're in a fucking movie. They're gonna find you anyway.
True.
So no matter what you call yourself.
That's true.
You call yourself guilty. Call yourself Guilty Jones. It don't matter. You're in a movie.
Yeah, that's what she might as well be called, because as soon as that movie come out, her ass is going up under the jail.
Oh,
but
no,
that's how
actually,
the
she's
movie
not.
ends, with her catching bodies on bodies on bodies, which is why I said it should be called Bodies on Bodies on Bodies. And Jade was living her best life in Jamaica, seemingly gotten away with it all.
I feel like they're gonna make a second one.
Rundown on the movie. How did y'all feel about it?
Hey, it's your girl, Sean Ladon, and you're now listening to Culture 101 Podcast. You can find us everywhere you find your podcast. We're even on YouTube, so check us out, like, and subscribe.
Do you want to go
Did
first,
you like it? What are we rating it?
Yeah, it was one of the better Tubi movies. Like I said, it kept me intrigued the first time I watched it, and even rewatching it, and I was like, yeah, this was one of the better ones that they have on this app. Like you said, Jay just she just attracted like a series of unfortunate events. Like it was just one thing after the other. And like, I can respect that she was trying to like change her life, trying to do better and stuff like that. But that karma, when it hits hard, and you just can't escape some of the choices that you've made in the past. And that's basically what happened. But I mean, like I said, at the end, she still got away with it. But I feel like they might come with a second movie, and there might be some more stuff that goes down with Jane. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but
the one that was, like you said, one of the better Tubi movies.
Yeah, I was entertained. I enjoyed it.
I was entertained, and I actually watched it twice. So it was my second time watching it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Tristan's making a face, so we don't know how he
I know.
Especially
the ones we like, he don't like. The ones he like, we don't like.
After he had us watch that damn Milkman movie, I don't think he can judge anything.
I will never forgive him.
Well, y'all, I hope y'all really enjoyed that. And I'm sure that all the people involved in Milkman appreciated our streams.
They probably cussing us out in the comments.
Let me tell y'all right now. So let me tell you about this fucking movie here.
Oh Lord!
I'm not gonna tell you it was bad. I'm not gonna tell you it was bad because the camera was correct. The sound was correct. The acting was good. I enjoyed the music in it. There were seamless transitions. Not super inventive with how you were displaying what there was, but you did what you needed to do, and you did, and you accurately did it. It was like that step show where the alphas won just because they were in step. It wasn't great what they were doing on stage, but they were all in sync, and that's why they won, and I respect that. But we need to talk about some things that just didn't make any fucking sense. First off, the fight in the beginning of the movie. First off, So y'all been robbing niggas forever, and this time he finds you, so you just decide to give yourself up and make all kind of fucking noise. I thought you were a professional. I thought you had done this before. But so now this time, and then
my thing, with that, she should have just played it off like she didn't know they were getting robbed. Like she was trying to say, like, oh no, nothing's happening, when she could have just been playing victim, like, oh my gosh, are we being robbed? What's going on? Like,
call the police. You could have said call the police. You could have said
that's
done
how
anything.
He knew she was in on it because she was like, oh no, but he know what he hearing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she was.
Yeah, come back to me. Girl,
that was bad. That was just bad writing, is what that was. They should have done better. But there it is. He dies because he's electrocuted. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen if a laptop falls in the pool.
A laptop in a big ass pool.
But it was still plugged in, so I don't know.
No, she ain't getting electrocuted from that.
That just seems crazy.
I thought that was a thing though, because you've seen in other scenes where like a stereo drops in the bathtub.
Yeah, that's different. That's different in a bathtub. That's what I'm saying.
Not in a big ass body of water.
In a pool.
Is it because of chlorine?
No, there's no. It's just a fucking movie. It's a fucking movie. That's all.
I want somebody to test that theory because I don't know.
If you ask the guys on MythBusters, they will look into it for you. But so then, like, first off, I just don't know how they got caught, but whatever. It's a movie. We need to drive the story. I get it. And then you ran faster than him and got to the car. Okay, all right. In your heels. In your heels. All right. Okay.
Women dancing heels all the time. They can run of them.
You had the car keys on you too. That's really crazy. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Not important.
That's a little whole
anyway,
story.
So then she goes to LA, right, and gets this apartment, this baller ass apartment. So bitch, wait a minute. You work in the laundromat and you got this baller ass apartment, but whatever. Now, first off, you took this money. I saw how much money was in that bag. Right, at least 100,000. So you got 50 grand. You telling me you couldn't make some shit happen with that 50 grand? You could have been like, I got the money more than you can afford. Well, nigga, how much can I afford? You should have told me the price. Like, you knew what that meant. You've been conning these men. Cheaper. You've been conning these. Exactly. You've been conning these men for years, and you telling me you didn't know he was trying to get some ass. Everything about that, Red, I'm trying to get some ass. Even a blind and deaf man would have known he was trying to get some ass. He could have smelled it. Shit was insane.
I smelled it.
Like he would have known. That man smelled like creep.
Right.
Smell creep. Smell creep. So right.
I know what you're talking about.
So then he's creeping on her, right, at the house, right? And then the older man falls and dies. That was crazy. I think he could have just broke his leg and gotten up. But whatever. He died. He deserved to die. He was creeping on her. I didn't like that. He could die. Jade Slay, that was crazy. You definitely sound like some type of stripper or rapper.
She did.
That was insane.
That and Jade Star, like
that was insane. Like she could have just been Jade Smith. It would have been fine. Could have just been Jade Smith. Jade Wilson. Jade
Johnson. I got a ring to it. JJ for sure.
Nah, you black. You can't be Johnson. You gotta do something else. No, you need.
Johnson is black.
That's what I'm saying. We need to do something. We need to do something. Like. It could have been like, it could have even been something as like Jay Sanchez. Like I would have accepted that. I'd have been like, oh,
she did let you be like Dominican or something.
Right. You see what I'm saying? That felt appropriate.
I know black.
2023, right? 2023. Okay, not 1983 is set now, right? So you telling me you're gonna be an actress and a viral sensation? Bitch, you didn't think he would find you? You didn't think he would find you anywhere? So you just telling me that in the year of our Lord God, 2023, he wasn't going to find you and you hiding out trying to be an actress and an influencer. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. That was the stupidest shit. Just the stupidest damn thing. And then the thing is that, what were you afraid of letting him find your father's body? What were you afraid of? And then why didn't you take the fucking flash drive the first time? Why you leave before taking the flash drive? If you were really gonna leave, what was the point of all of that? It was dumb. It was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then you didn't. And then you kept his car. You kept the car the whole time. You didn't go trade it in at
an Altima, Camry, something basic.
Like, it's dumb as hell. All right. And then you got to this fight, and then you let this bitch choke you. There was 1,000 things you could have said. You could have said, yes, he took my headshot. You know that. I told you I was there to get the pictures that night. Why the fuck would I know he was dead? That was stupid.
She wasn't a good liar.
And why
you've been clever this whole time?
He was found at the bottom of the steps.
No, right. So clearly he fell. Right. Old people fall all the time. Like that didn't seem.
Shout
you know
out to
what
Joe
I mean?
Biden.
Right, exactly. And then and then that's exactly it. And then he sent the text, "I'm not feeling well." So he didn't feel well. So he got woozy and fell. Right. So you did everything you need to do. Had you just taken your time, washed those glasses the first fucking time, and taken that flash drive, you'd have been good to go. Yep. I was checking on him. He sent me the shit that day. It was good to go. And then I happened to meet you, and he wasn't home. That was it. You had did everything you needed to do, but you fucked it up being a dumbass.
Yeah.
But you know what was so funny? When she was like, "Yeah, your dad took my pictures from me for free," he immediately was like, "Oh shit, so what, you fucked him?" Like he just knew his dad was a creep and he wouldn't do shit for free.
Right.
But it meant, you didn't have to. You could have just said not free, whatever, something else, right? And then that ashtray fight. Okay, now let's just talk about this shit. All right. So now you jump on this man trying to stop him from going to the cops. What was he going to go to the cops with? With what? The fact that you had the flash drive? So what? So what you had that? What proof did he have? He didn't have no proof.
Now, he had nothing.
He didn't. He didn't have shit. Like weak circumstantial evidence at best. If the drive don't fit, you must have quit. Like, fuck out of here. And then you gonna bring that ashtray, right? And you gonna hit him in the head. Okay, right. So then I figured, okay, so maybe this is a long game she's playing. She's trying to set up Devin. That's what all this was about. Because when they made that Foxy Brown reference earlier, I want you like Pam Grier. Pam Grier is one of the few women to set somebody up in a movie and get away. You know what I'm saying? Pam Grier used to do that all the time in her movies. Jackie Brown was a perfect example of that. So I was like, oh, I guess she's gonna get away with this shit. And then we talking about you're not a killer. Didn't you just call this bitch a killer the whole fucking movie and talk about how she killed this man in this pool and you think she ain't gonna shoot your ass? Nigga, you insane. You're insane. You're
he didn't know how many bodies she caught since the last time he seen her.
Right. And then, okay, so I have two more things. Now, this one bothers me. So you knew it was time to kill this bitch that had been plotting on you, right? But how you know she was gonna be in the sauna? Like, you been following her movements? Did you know she was a sauna girl? Like, how you know she was there?
About that.
And then this ties right into the last point. How the fuck did the FBI lady know it was her? She didn't leave no fingerprints. Ain't no camera work. How you gonna come see her? How you gonna come see her?
Her friend that found her probably like called the lady because of everything that had happened with Jade and the fact that she disappeared.
She didn't know that lady. There's no way she could know her.
Ever met.
That's what I'm saying. That didn't make no damn sense. And then she came in with a gun. And then you let the bitch into her apartment. No warrant, no nothing. She didn't.
That's true.
That's just the dumbest shit. The dumbest shit. Dumb.
That's true. That's true.
Dumb. So, yeah, y'all can give y'all ratings first. It was cool. It was another fucked up soap opera. It was better than Two Wrongs. It was not much better, but it was better than Two Wrongs. Partially because it was shorter. So it had that working for it. And then the plot actually did make sense. And it wasn't a bunch of crazy nonsense. It was crazy nonsense. So I'm gonna throw my rating. I'm gonna give it 2 fists. 2.
That's it.
Solid 2 fists. A solid 2.5.
I would have thought we'd get at least 3.5 from you.
Damn, I was giving it a 4.
It's gonna get 2.
Me too. I was giving it a 4.
I can't give it that much. Not with all those fucked up plot points. There was too much shit that didn't make sense. Like, I understand it's a movie. I get it. I know it's a movie. But like, y'all could have thought a little harder. Y'all could have thought just
they could have done a little
harder.
better on things.
Because y'all did well. You did so well. Like, the camera angles look good. You were selling the LA lifestyle. I was like, damn, this is a Netflix movie right now. Like, I was really into the shit. I was like, stuff's moving a little fast, but that's okay. And then y'all just let that shit occur. I just, no, I can't let that go. 2.5. 2.5.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It gets 4 for me.
I'm giving it a 4. You giving it a 4, Leslie?
I think it's one of the better Tubi movies. Held my attention both times. I'm excited to see if they make another one. I enjoyed it.
I would watch the second one though. I would watch the second one, and it wouldn't even be begrudgingly. I would actually willingly watch the second movie. So,
but you don't want to watch the second Two Wrongs?
Hell
Two
no.
Wrongs 2?
I don't want to see 4 Wrongs. I don't want to see that shit.
That's gonna be our next movie. Just like you picked The Milkman Despite Us, I'm picking Two Wrongs 2.
Yo, you don't want to play this game. I will find an even more fucked up movie. to
Let's
show.
play. In my Miguel voice, let's play a little game.
You know, okay. You okay? I don't know if you want this smoke. I don't know if you want this smoke.
That's me blowing the smoke in your face. Let's go.
You can be cops and robbers, Marilyn and Robert, Tarzan and Jane. Either way, the objective is the same. Okay?
Come on. Shout out to
You're
Miguel.
gonna talk about a vixen. I'm gonna show you a vixen. I'm gonna find a fucking film.
Whoa.
Speaking of which, did you see, side note, this has nothing to do with the movie. Did you see over the weekend Miguel had a performance and he had some recent back piercings and he had them like suspend him from the air through his back piercings. They had him hook them up.
He just doing some weird kinky shit these days.
I was cringing like, oh,
he got a lot of money and he's just been doing some real kinky shit. That's all that is. And I'm sure he's about to release a metal album or something that'll go right along with this.
Because like, what Miguel call for that? Like, I don't understand. Which exactly?
I mean, he showed you. He said adorn. It's an adornment. He just want to show you. That's how he lets his love adorn him.
Every time I hear adorn, I think of when we used to sing that for
that
karaoke.
Lady on the stage. Oh, that's
no. When we used to sing it for karaoke.
I do remember that, yes.
Oh my goodness.
But at the Reeve. Shout out to the Reeve. It's not the Reeve
no more, but so many good times.
Oh man, I thought you meant when he kicked that lady in the head. I was like, he was singing adorn. Yeah, he was.
Would you say that this movie did it for the culture?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say yes, actually. It did do it for the culture.
Really?
Because I feel like there weren't a lot of crazy tired stereotypes in the movie. I feel like the way that it was presented was, they thought it out up to a point, other than the issues it had. And I feel like they can be proud of this work. I do think so. So I'm gonna say yes, it does do it for the culture. Yes.
Okay. I'll agree. Yeah, I think it does it for the culture. I think it's a good one to pick from Tubi. Like he said, it's not like any like terrible like black stereotypes. I guess besides like hitting licks and like 10 people up to be robbed. But aside from that,
yeah, but they do that in every movie. That's something's got to happen. There's got to be something nefarious. But I will say the takeaway I got from this is crime does pay. So I don't know.
Or it can get you wrapped up to where your karma comes back and hits you hard. So it can go either way.
But did she not win out? Because she won. She's winning.
So far, but I really feel like there's gonna be a second one that we gonna see.
FBI ain't got shit on her. They ain't got shit on her.
She leaving with bodies on bodies on bodies.
And some money and a contract and a new name and notoriety and you got to keep the car.
What if that's like her karma? Like she'll like do great things in life, but she'll never have true love because it's like every man she like really cares about, she ends up killing. Like, what if that's like her plight? Like,
okay,
I mean, they killed her friend. She had to learn. Some, that was her sacrifice. Her friend died because she didn't even know her friend died, and that was that real moment. That's what I'm saying. The FBI agent suspected you after your friend died, and thought that you killed this other bitch. That's what I'm saying. That don't make no kind of damn sense at all.
No.
Yeah, there were some holes. Yeah, but overall,
what about you, Sean?
Good movie.
Does it do it for the culture for you, Sean?
I would say yes. Yeah, it did it for me. It did it for the culture. For all the reasons that you guys named, I thought it was good.
Well, until the next time, guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and please join the conversation and let us know what you think about Twisted Date, and see if it twisted up your emotions and whatnot. Did it feel good to you? Do you feel like crime does pay? Was it an homage to the 70s? Like, did the movie do what it was supposed to do for you? Either way, guys, until the next time, I've been Trist.
It's your girl Les.
And I'm Sean the Don.
And this has been another Tubi review. Until the next time.
We out.